Alright, it's time to love the fun stuff, right? So I'm putting fertilizer out. Probability of rain on Wednesday is pretty high. Wednesday pretty much all afternoon and into Thursday. So you got a pretty high chance of rain. Now, this field, these farms this is a freaking deer hole. I put the peas out here. This is where I had the peas. You cannot see any of the peas. They have just been, well, here they are. Here's some peas, but they're terminated from the sprayer. I might have had a little skip there. But the deer are coming along and biting all the leaves off of this corn. This corn is yellow and purple. It has plenty of problems. I don't understand those problems for a couple of reasons. Because it's not herbicide. It's could very well be compaction. This is only my second year with this farm. The soil test came back. This is the worst one as far as soil samples come back. Tissue samples came back. This is the worst one, but it's not terrible because I put fertilizer on this. It is here. It's just, why isn't the plant picking it up? That's the whole enchilada there. And you can, I mean, those deer, they come along and they bite the top off of that thing. They haven't damaged it to the point where it's going to affect the yield because they haven't pulled the center of it out. But if they bite down too low, yes, they will. But it also inhibits the plant from pulling moisture up and filling in those yellow streaks, which we have pretty much determined is sulfur and a little bit of magnesium. So I put K-Mag on here. K-Mag, which is sulfur, potassium, sulfur, magnesium. So that's what K-Mag is. And then I put ammonium sulfate down, which has already dissolved. We have enough moisture. It's dissolving anyway. That is right there, the ammonium sulfate. And I put ESN out, or polycoated urea, or ESN, polycoated urea. The reason I did polycoated urea is because it will take some time to break down, or ESN. It will take some time to break down later in the season. Now, I've added 35 more units of nitrogen. I am not pushing this corn, not going to push this corn for 300 bushels because the ground just simply won't support it. It won't support it at this point. I mean, you can get it to that point. It's just a matter of when. How long is it going to take? And how long will I have it? Will the price support me continuing to grow corn on here? I would like to put soybeans in at some point, but I don't think I can because of the heavy deer population. The former farmer had beans and wheat, but I could do corn and wheat. There goes a Dan. It's kind of scared me. So, yeah, I did the outside round of this field, then I ran out. My tractor's up there. I'm running the 4230. You get into spots and it looks pretty damn nice. The yellowing is less in there, and the new leaves coming up don't have those yellow stripes. So this ground it's actually pulling out of it. But if it's pulling out of it, there's pretty good chance that it's it's pulling out of it, which is fine. It's good. It will work. It's going to pull through, and I don't think I'm at any position here that I've compromised my yield just yet. Now, there could be a yield compromise here because of lack of rain, but we had rain here the other day, and it was, I don't know, they said that there was 2 inches of rain here in Holland Township. I do not believe there is 2 inches of rain, but there's plenty of moisture here right up to the top. So you can watch my foot. Ready? And you can see that there's moisture right there at the top. So I'm not going to complain about the moisture at all. There's enough residue here that'll hold it. Here, I'll show you. I can pull this back a little bit here. and I don't have to even scratch the surface. This is worm casting. A lot of worm casting here. I don't see any worms, but you know, as long as you're not exposing the soil to the sun, you're going to hold a lot more moisture, and that's my goal, is to hold as much moisture as I can while building organic matter. The quickest way to build organic matter is with corn, corn on corn. I do believe that these corn stalks are actually holding some of the nutrients back from allowing it to get to the corn, but I put more on, so I just don't see why it's so why it is so yellow. I mean, it's yellow. You look out across this field, I'm going to point the thing down. It's yellow. It should be a deeper green. Now, yes, they are a seedling still, but there's also this purple in the veins, which is now going away since the heat. I'm not seeing near the purple in the leaves as I was, which is a phosphate deficiency, but the soil test, as suspected, did not show a phosphate deficiency, but it showed a slight potassium potash deficiency, it showed a magnesium deficiency, and it showed, and I'm not saying much, it was still in the normal range. You could see it on that video I did. This was the field and the farm that had just below the normal range on sulfur, potash, sulfur and potash, but honest to God, it shouldn't have turned it yellow like that, but it is coming out of it. You can see that it is. So with that bit of information, there you go. I'm gonna climb on my chariot right there, back her up, put her to the spreader. I have to spread this field, one to the right, 2 beyond, 1 there, another little one over on the other side, and I think 9 or so acres over there. I will not have enough fertilizer in this buggy to finish this place. Kind of a shame, but I won't. So I guess I will just I don't have enough fertilizer. I have to come back tomorrow because it's 5 o'clock now and they close. They closed. So here you go. Sideways, that's what we're doing. Wondering what I'm putting down here. Let me flip it around here a little bit. I could probably put that microphone on and you hear me a little better. I could, but let's see if she'll work. So anyways, now you can hear me, I think, a little better. If you're wondering what I'm putting down, I'm putting 50 pound of K-Mag down, right? So 50 pounds of K-Mag and 35 units of nitrogen in 2 forms. Oh, this fucking is just so heavy. You don't realize how steep this is. Oh, no wonder. You're looking at my teeth. Alright, so I'm going to go a little bit backwards on this video. The next clips that you're going to see are the same field, just, what is it, about a week difference. As a matter of fact, it is a week difference in growth and color. So, yeah, there you go. Alright, so you're probably not going to catch this on film as nice as I'd like you to see it. But the other day I was here and this corn was yellow. Yellow. We have had some very cold nights. When I say very cold nights, I'm talking 48 degrees at night and, you know, then 70 degree days, 68 degree days, and that was after this corn was planted. And I'm going to get down. There's still some it's still yellow. Looks like there is a nitrogen or a potash deficiency on this ground. I can guarantee you that there is not a nitrogen or potash deficiency, or even a phosphate deficiency, which is showing a lot of purpling in these leaves, which is kind of indicative to cold weather. Looks like it's not happy. We got deer damage here as I'm walking, but it does have a decent... It's deepening the color. But there is. It could just very well be the variety as well. Look at that purpling in those leaves. I am not liking that at all. This has plenty of phosphate on it. Trust me. It's here. It's from cold weather. A friend of mine, where I was baling the hay the other day, he's having the same issues with his corn. He's like, it needs something. He says, it's got everything on it, but it needs something. And he can't quite seem to hammer it down. And I told him, I said, it's just cold weather. I mean, these leaves look at this. Look how purple that is. What a terrible look. But I'm hoping as the new leaves come out, and we will be monitoring this, obviously. I'm not going to just ignore it and just say, oh, purple leaves, that's just from the cold weather. It could be something is tied up. More than likely it's tied up because of the cold weather. When you have cold weather, your microbes are not working the way they're supposed to, and they are not breaking down the fertilizer that you've applied or we've applied, and that's really what the issue is or could be. So there's a lot of purple leaves down here. A lot of purple leaves. Could very well be the variety as well, to a point. But this is what the whole field looked like. That yellow, let's see. See how yellow that is? And the yellow is now being replaced with green and purple. Oh my goodness. Yeah, and like I said, it's here. The fertilizer's here. We put it here. That's why. And I just think it's because of the cold. Now we can come back in a few days, quite easily come back in a few days and take a look at it, see what the deal is, whether it's growing out of that purple or whatnot. I should probably dig. I'm going to. Let's just pick a random plant here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm getting my knife out and here we go. Let's see. Let's just walk out here a little bit. This is a ridge, which could have something to do with that. It gets quite dry here, but this one looks good. We got yellowing leaves here. Let's just dig, and dig and see what these roots are doing. Oh God, I should have brought the shovel. I wasn't actually going to dig anything today, but apparently I can hear them breaking off, so there's a hell of a root system under there. Oh yeah. You know, that knife blade is like 4.5 inches deep, and yeah, I broke it all off. I broke a lot of it off. There's plenty of root system there. I like to see a little more rhizosphere on those main roots, but you could see I busted them off, a bunch of them. I heard them snapping. But you see that little bow? That is, and that could very well be what some of the problem is, which it will outgrow, is clarity damage. I used clarity herbicide on this. Here's the rest of the root system though. No, that's not it. Clarity will cause that as well. Clarity will not have a lasting effect on the corn. Some years you'll get clarity damage and some years you won't. But here, this will tell you it's probably clarity damage, because look at this, grass has turned purple. So it's definitely done something. That's just a grass that was growing out here. All the grass has got that purpling color. So I have a feeling it is going to be a clarity issue because of the way it's bowing like that. Don't worry, it's not going to be an issue. And I don't like issues, but we do have issues like that. I actually reduced the rate of clarity. Now you can see the rows and they look like they're really yellow, but they're not. The corn looks quite good, other than it's got that purple color to it. So I'm not concerned. Like I said earlier in every video, and I repeat myself excessively or incessively, I will be pulling tissue samples off of this corn when it gets about 10 inches to a foot tall, maybe a little bit taller than that, sending it away and then getting back what it is absolutely in dire need of. That's what I'm going to do this year. I will be applying it myself, so it's not going to be a, oh, the fertilizer plant, you know, come out and apply this stuff and then it doesn't work. Well, it's going to work because I'm the guy that's going to do it. And yeah, so get out in your fields, diagnose the issues, understand what the issues are. You know, there's a few farmers out there that will just call an agronomist and say, oh, tell me what it is. Well, your agronomist is working for a fertilizer plant in most cases or so, and a fertilizer company. And they're going to tell you, you know, you get independence. Get an independent, you know, that's not making money off of what the products that they're telling you to put out here. And the real reason I put that clarity on here is because of this weed right here. This is mare's tail. Let's see, it's all kind of mangled up. It's mare's tail. Horse nettle, mare's tail. This is nettle, horse nettle right here. Can't eat that like Jeremy Clarkson wanted you to. But there's a lot of mare's tail here from the previous farmer. And again, here's another grass plant, right? It's all purple. It's definitely clarity damage. Definitely clarity damage. So, well, effects from clarity or the herbicide itself. So anyways, with that being said, I'm okay with this. Actually looks a hell of a lot better than it did the other day when I was here. Like 99% better. So I can live with that. This is damage that you can't seem to ever get ahead of. This is deer damage. They will bite that off. At that stage, though, it will outgrow it. Older varieties, not at all. Deer bites it off at that size, it would terminate. But these newer varieties can really handle that for some reason. Comes a tractor or something coming up the road. What the hell is that? Let's see. What is that? Who's that? It's an interred, no, it's a Massey Ferguson. That's an old one. Oh, there's a Cybertruck. Let's see if we catch a Cybertruck. Let's see if we catch a Cybertruck. It's not too often you get to see one of those, but they do exist. No dents in that one. I hear it's not really a truck, but I hear they're pretty cool. So, to each your own. Whatever floats your boat, right? There you go.